What's the deal? If y'all ever wonder why I just be sitting there looking like this sometimes, it's because like when I rewatch one of my episodes or something, or if I'm just clicking to see how everything was looking when I was going live or whatever, sometimes it be starting late. Like I be already talking, and then YouTube be recording me. Like they don't record from the jump when I push record. It don't show me pushing record. It show me already talking. So I just learned to take about a good 15 seconds before I say anything, because YouTube will cut your whole 15 seconds off of anything you was saying beforehand. And you'll be sitting there looking stupid. Anyway, how y'all living, man? It is about that time to bust another rhyme. I went and got some more goddamn notebooks today because I ran out of room on my other ones, so I bought 2 more. One of them is for learning information. One of my notebooks is for learning information and studying and all that, and storing information that I learned and storing stuff that I want to put down on paper. I mean, studying stuff and putting it on paper so it can always stay with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to look up on Google and all that. I'm finna just start writing down shit so I can have my own library within my notebooks, you know? So the bigger chunks of stuff that I learned, I want to just write it down and have it at hand's reach. So I ain't got to go dig for it out of a book or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, I just love writing. You know what I'm saying? I love the feeling of just putting the pen to the pad, because I was I want to get back to rapping, but I don't want to really rap until I can put a song out right now. And that's just me knowing me. I already wrote a whole bunch of stuff that's been thrown away. You know, I didn't care about them rhymes no more. I can always come back another better beast. So, and I got the lyrics. My most important songs are on my YouTube channel. My most important verses that I can like rap off the top of my head is on my YouTube channel. I know all of them from front to back. I got verses on YouTube. Is this ant? Oh, it's outside. But yeah, I got a whole bunch. I got at least 30 verses on YouTube that I don't, that's not really in the studio. I was just rapping over a beat. And I'm gonna get back to that, man. When I get another phone, I might just start doing little freestyles here and there just to, show my penmanship. Show y'all how this I ain't no bitch with that pen, boy. Your favorite rapper can't fuck with me. I'm telling you. When it's time to turn up in that studio, it's over with for you. But yeah, I'm 30. I call this the last age to be an inspiring rapper. These are the last ages. This is the last 10 years I got to try my best to at least make some kind of noise in the field that I love. And music and engineering it and mixing, mastering, that's my love. I'm getting back to what I know I wanted to do. I've been listening to too much chatter, listening to too many podcasts, and listening to too many other people's thoughts. So I had to learn how to tune that out and tune in to what I love, because what other people love, man, it ain't not necessarily always for you. I actually, when I found out what podcasting was, I fell in love with it after I really looked at how people did it and the stories they tell. And I'm like, I got some stories to tell that really don't nobody be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all went through similar stuff in life. Similar topics are always going to bump heads, but my story has not been told. So podcasting is really for anybody. If you feel like you ain't got no purpose, I ain't saying everybody need to pick up a mic and talk about relationships, though. That's not what podcasting ain't only about relationships. It could be about relationships with God. It could be about relationships with society. So I guess it will be about a relation to something, but it ain't got to be just about the power dynamics of relationships and then it's only podcasts out there talking about white supremacy, which that's always a good route you can go, because it's never too much exposing you can do for white supremacy. We need to expose that. So if everybody want to come out and have white supremacy episode, that's cool too. But podcasting is something that can bring you to a light. It make you feel like your own therapist. You sit and you talk to yourself. 0 motherfuckers in the chat. I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? But I still do this because it's therapeutic to me. It makes me feel creative. And it's something that's always going to be intellectual property. That's always out here. And this is a ladder. This is something that's helping me build my legacy. This is something that'll be a part of my legacy. This is something that, you know, only I think YouTube got the rights to it to take it down or whatever. But once I plan to monetize it, this is the views that I'm getting from this and past stuff. It's all helping me get to what I need to monetize my channel. So this is work. This is actually work, but I have fun doing it. This is what they mean. That when you find something, get to it. I don't give a damn if you ain't had no haircut in 3 weeks and you losing hope. And you ain't got that dopamine in you that's giving you that ambition. You feeling dusty, you don't want to record. Nigga, get up and record, nigga. Get up and record and talk about how you feel at that moment. That's something you can always monetize and always try to build on throughout the years of life. You know, it's always good to build some kind of audience, some kind of recognition for yourself. Don't sit out here and just be a nigga that's just sitting out here. Can't do that. I done been there before, and it ain't good. Now let's get into this senseless news, man. Okay, let's get into the senseless news. It's something that happened, man. I cannot remember because I forgot to write the shit down. But it's something going on. Oh yeah, senseless news, man. The brother Michael B. Jordan went through it with that interviewer, man. The interviewer that called him corny a long time ago or whatever when they was in school. I love seeing shit like that on both ends. Even when women come up and just like Beyonce's story about how the dude dumped her or whatever or did something, I forgot. And now look at Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Even though she ain't necessarily stunting, her success ain't necessarily to stunt on him. She just succeeded. And then boom. You know, we saluted Beyonce. Let's go ahead and salute Michael B. Jordan. And he wasn't dating this motherfucker. He probably was trying to shoot at her before, or he had an image about himself that wasn't street. You know, not every black nigga gonna walk around and be sagging his pants and smoking a cigarette or a black or even a blunt. Not every black man gonna have a drink in his hand. Not every black man trying to shoot at you and get them skins. Not every black man got all tattoos on his body and this and that. Not every black man is a fucking degenerate. Okay, and since she only like Lil Wayne type niggas or something, or Drake type niggas and niggas with dreads or something, or some shit like that, niggas with tatted up with dreads and dark skin, they be having these types. And then, at that time, Michael B. Jordan probably just wasn't that nigga at that time, and she called my boy corny. So when we gonna talk about the factuals, okay? When we gonna talk about the fact that there is an actual peak in men and that men and women meet somewhere in life, you know? When we gonna talk about that? Because that's just what happened to him is just an indicator of what happens to a lot of black people, and some black niggas don't never come up. But this is an indicator on the peak levels of women and men. See, women have a peak level of 18 to 27. This is kind of some TikTok logic, but I only know this. I'm just saying that because I know the percentage. I mean, I know the age range and shit from somebody posted some facts on TikTok. So I got the knowledge from TikTok. So it's TikTok logic. But overall, the truth of the matter is a woman that's 18 to 27, I'm gonna say 28 or 29. That's y'all peak years. right? Of like being a super your most attractive. And a lot of women gonna say some of us get fine in our 30s. That's true, because Maya is fine in her 40s, but she been fine. And she's not at her finest at 40 though. She's still fine, but that's not her finest. Your finest is when you 18 to 29. To me, I'm gonna go ahead and give you 30, because some women finally got their mind right at 28 and started going to the gym, and now she look better at 30. So it's, you know, it ain't never an absolute on nothing. You know what I'm saying? We should never absolutely say nothing about people. That's not what I'm a fan of. I ain't a fan of telling women, oh, you a single mama, so your life is bullshit. Well, you know, life happens. It ain't always the woman's fault. And sometimes it be these deadbeat motherfuckers that be lying. And then now she a single mama because she believed a lame-o. That's how it works. But truth of the matter still is, y'all be choosing these niggas for y'all own little purposes. And we all fuck up. You know how many fucked up women I done chose? Let's not even talk about that, because I'm gonna start crying. But yeah, see, but so yeah, 18 to 29 is y'all peak, and 35 to 55 is ours. So if a nigga ain't got his shit together by the time he's 35, he bullshit. Basically, is what that mean. And if he definitely bullshitting if he ain't got his shit together by 55. And my grandpa is a live definition of this shit, because I'm sure when he was about 40, he was already the nigga that we was looking up to like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he was about 40 going on 50, when he was like 40 something going on 50, when I was 8 or some shit, he was 50 going on 60 when I was 8. The nigga was one of them niggas that looked like he was in his peak. Riding around, dipping, we was bumping Dr. Dre, he buying toys for us, everything was Gucci. But the one thing, the generation he come from, the one thing they didn't do was game us up. They just showed us how to work. One thing I do appreciate from my grandpa is showing me how to get out here and rake these leaves if you want some money. Get out here and push that lawnmower. Get out here and, you know what I'm saying, wash these cars. Get out here and paint these walls, build these fences. It's shit that you can be doing, but you know, when you grow up in a single mother household, you know what I'm saying, you ain't focused on that shit, because you ain't living under his roof, so his rules don't stand when you leave from his house. His rules stand when you come over his crib, and then you gotta obey what's going on over there. But I always obeyed that man. Me and that man never fell out about nothing. He was always worthy of respect to me, because I see through bullshit. I see through what men. My grandpa was a real silent motherfucker, and that's why I don't come around. He not silent like he's real inward. He not finna tell you what he going through. You know what I'm saying? But he finna show you how to get out here and get it. What's the main focus, and that's getting the job done, no matter what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, is going on. And I know I didn't say it before that I ain't had no father figure none, but that's probably the only father figure I can put my hand that I can count on my finger in my life is my grandfather. And guess what? He not even my biological grandfather. He just married my granny. So my mama's daddy, that nigga's a piece of shit. And I ain't even saying that just to be on her side or nothing, because she don't like the nigga. But this nigga didn't hit his own daughters, so I already know. I know there's exceptions to everything, and I ain't saying that his daughters didn't deserve to be hit. But this nigga, you know what I'm saying, he just one of them niggas that hide who he really is, and then they come out on people that he feel tough around. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably fight my ass. He'll probably punch me in my shit if me and him came at it. That's what it is. But he just not a nigga that I seen live a life of some shit that needs to be respected, besides the fact when he used to be a boxer or some shit. But other than that, the nigga was running around LA just fucking everybody up, running around LA just being one of these pass by night niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a has-been. And It ain't nothing that it's nothing that's coming out of his legacy, is all I'm saying. But bullshit. His own mama didn't really fuck with him. R.I.P. to Edora, nigga. But yeah. So, you know, yeah, the Michael B. Jordan shit, man, we peak at 35. And Michael B. Jordan is probably he probably around that age or hitting that. And look at your favorite rappers. Your favorite rapper is on his way to 30, or the nigga is like, he ain't even at his peak yet. And that's what we praise niggas like the little Bow Wows that came up and shit. And the niggas wasn't even in their peak yet. And that's why women, nigga, even grown women wanted a nigga that got rich and wasn't at his peak yet. You ain't even 30, little nigga. So that's why nigga, these women love NBA YoungBoy. These women love Lil Baby. These women love these R.I.P. to Takeoff. Niggas like Takeoff was genuine, real deal stand-up niggas. Cause we real genuine niggas that deserve to be saluted. Because y'all made it and I ain't even made it yet. That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas younger than me, and y'all niggas living the life I want to live. That's honorable. You can't do nothing, but you can never hate on that. Because it's like I said, it's an exception to everything. It's some women that still fine after 30. It's some women that still fine after 40. Some. But that ain't the rule. The rule is 18 to 29. Your ass is fine. And from until you 35 or 55, you really ain't expected to have all your shit together because your brain ain't hit its max peak yet. 25 is where your shit, they say your shit cap out at 25. But enough talking. That's enough for the goddamn senseless news, man. Do you know your peak, and do you feel like that shit matter, first of all? Because I'm just here, I just be reporting shit that I hear, and I just want people not to be lost in this world and, you know, use your brain. But let's get into it. Should deadbeat fathers be forgiven? The definition of deadbeat is an idle, feckless, or disreputable person. Disreputable means he's just not respected. He's not a respectable person. He's not someone that anyone reveres. So deadbeat fathers aren't really just people that leave. Deadbeat fathers are ones that can't be looked up to even by their children. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I never want to be. And that's why, you know, a deadbeat ain't the father that come around here and there, but like a deadbeat is not someone that sees their daughter every twice a week or something like that, or twice every 2 weeks, but he out here on his grind getting his paper in between time. See, one thing that the working father need to do is be stacking up that bread for when them emergencies come and the mama hit you up and like, oh well, such and such need this for her dental work or this and that. You don't want to be tugging out of your check to fund something when you can really be saving that shit. You know what I'm saying? And for preparing for a hard time. I'm sorry, because I'm thinking about some other shit that I want to say. What I'm thinking about is they say a genius prepares for the problem before it happens. That's what I was sitting here, my brain sitting here trying to push that shit out. Your preparation is key. You gotta prep. If you can prepare for the worst, you'll be okay when the worst show up. That's all I'm trying to say. So, you know, a deadbeat father is motherfuckers that ain't doing that. A motherfucker that's just really just, if you ain't got no job and you ain't doing shit, but you know you can watch your daughter, I mean, you know you can at least get your daughter or some shit, go do that. You go spend time with your daughter, go do that, my nigga. Go do something that'll make you get the fuck up and be a better person. Because the more time I spend with my daughter, the more time I realize that I don't have to bullshit no more. She's 7 years old. And the higher it goes, the more maintenance and upkeep and money you got to spend. You know, it's only so much the mama can do, and it's only so much I can do, you know? So shit. A deadbeat is just a motherfucker who just ain't taking the seriousness of of fatherhood to heart, not realizing the seriousness of fatherhood, I should say. So let's get into it. What makes a father become a deadbeat? First one, the first thing we finna talk about is financial struggles. Because all this shit I'm finna say leads to the last one. And I'm gonna give y'all this build up. Financial struggles. Now, when you're struggling financially and you end up having sex with a woman and now she pregnant, that's called a oops baby. Even though y'all both know how people have kids, even though we both know how kids can be formed, and we both know that we ain't financially where we want to be, but we finna talk about the man. The man be somewhere he's not financially where he wants to be in life, and since the woman is providing pussy, and since he's a man and we hunters and we can't pass up on some pussy that we want to partake in, right? So we partake in the pussy. Broke and all, we end up, dropping the seed up in there. Some niggas leave it in and act like, oh, it won't make it. Some niggas pull out and the pre-nut still got there. I don't know which one I'm in. I think I left it in after so long because I used to leave it in on bitches and they ain't never have no baby. I thought my sperm cells was dead. But then when I had my little girl, when my baby mama popped up pregnant with my little girl, shit got real. Because I was like, oh shit, I was out here doing degenerate shit, just squirting. And if it felt too good, I would just leave it in and be like, well, bitch, if you get pregnant, I'll take care of the baby. That's what kind of nigga I was. Now, see, I'm different from deadbeat niggas. I'm here to take care of whatever happened, nigga. Hey, I'm exhausting all funds for this moment of pleasure. And that's what kind of nigga I am today. My baby mama threatened to put me on child support before, but I ain't on child support, nigga. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to say, nigga, my intention was never to be on that in the first place. My intention was to look out for my child the way I need to. And if I got to be on zero and I can't drink or smoke to provide for it, and that's what I got to go without it. I ain't that kind of nigga. So, financial struggles, like I say, are one of the number one reasons why niggas run off, because now they realize they can't be selfish with their money no more. We talking about deadbeat minded motherfuckers. Now they like, damn, well, I can't go to the club no more. Or some niggas have financial issues because after they have a child, because now they ain't used to paying for Pampers, and the mama like, nigga, I need some milk, this and that. He dealing drugs, or he got a job and he was used to not having a baby and spending his money how he wanted to fucking spend it. You know what I'm saying? Now that he got a responsibility, he's real immature. Like, well, bitch, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck you gonna do? And he ain't looking at the dynamic of, you decided to lay down with this motherfucker. Now you have to help her. You can't leave her out to. I ain't talking about helping her every time she hits you up. Like, well, nigga, I need 1,000. I need 1,000 again tomorrow, and I need 1,000 next day. Choke that bitch out. Like, bitch, hold on. First of all, it don't work like that. But I'm saying now you got to really just start putting your money. You have an extra bill that you got to think about when you get paid, when you have a child. And a child to me is more than a bill. So, you know what I'm saying? The child is my legacy. So now I look at that as funding my future. And that's why I'm taking my time to actually get more money and try to accumulate more money into my life so I can enhance the future of my child. So to get to my point, financial struggles can cause a man to leave, because if he isn't able to fund himself, he's going to feel depressed when he has to fund somebody else. Now, me, I can fund myself. I was already, you know what I'm saying, in the motion of getting a car and all that shit and living out this motherfucker. And now I'm on to the next plan. The next plan is something that I'm kind of going day by day and putting the bits and pieces together. But I also know that if I have to remain sleeping in my car for my daughter to be elevated, and then if she gets to the age, if I'm still doing what I got to do, and she gets to the age to where she got to be sheltered, My money that I've been out here working hard for got to go to her shelter. So that means I'm not. I will place her in the crib before I place myself there. But that, you know what I'm saying? I'ma always make sure I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable sleeping out this motherfucker because I deserve to be in this position due to the work ethic that I've put in so far. And so far, I've only put in work to keep a car. You know what I'm saying? I got the car. This is one of my goals from last year, just to not be walking no more, my nigga. And not to say that I won't be walking again, but if I didn't put myself in the position that if this car fucks up, or if I fuck up on the payment or anything, nigga, this is where I live. So can't none of that shit. I put myself in such a fucked up, not a fucked up position, but I put my back against the wall so tough that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna make me a monster. It makes you get out of it, you come out swinging like Muhammad Ali. You're gonna come out on top of something. But yeah, financial struggles will cause a man to behave immaturely, and it causes depression. It causes all kind of shit. It actually causes the next thing that I'm finna talk about, and that's addiction. Addiction is another reason that makes a father become a deadbeat, because a deadbeat, remember, is an idle, feckless, or disreputable person. And addiction, if you're an alcoholic, that's one of the most disreputable things you can be in the world. An angry alcoholic, I should say. Some people are like me, real silent and real kosher with how they drink or whatever. They don't drink hard liquor or nothing like that. Nigga drink wine. They like a little feel on they after they smoke a joint or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of alcoholic I am. I drink more than I should, but I'm not reckless driving and, you know what I'm saying, slapping my kids around and cussing my baby mama out and trying to kick her door down because I'm drunk and shit. No, I ain't one of them niggas. But addiction is something that can cause a man to be a deadbeat because he feels like he's not worthy of respect, and that's something that is true. You ain't worthy of respect if you can't put your needs to the side to focus on something that you created, which is your child. You sat down and created with this woman. She shouldn't be the only one sitting there trying to figure out how they gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? That's not what women signed up for, having the child. They signed up for teamwork, if I'm guessing. And of course you got your exceptions. You got women that just wanted to have the baby and like, okay, nigga, bye. There's some women out there like that, you know. But addiction is something that'll make a man go off the deep end, and he'll do the most rotten shit in the world and either kill himself. Well, killing himself ain't rotten, but I'm saying he either kill himself or the nigga will just stay alive and be an asshole. You know, can you blame him? Immaturity and addiction leads to this: immaturity. Some men are just deadbeats because they immature. That leads to the financial struggles. I mean, that also could be placed into the financial struggle talk, because I just said something about how immature a nigga is when he get his paper. Well, I mean, when he didn't have to provide for a child. Now that he does, that extra $300 that he used to waste at the club, that 300 now turned into having that extra $3 turned into you just having an extra $50 for yourself, because now your baby mama need that for the Similac and the clothes and this and that and this and that and the next thing and the car seat and that, and then the babies outgrow shit super fucking fast, so you always at Walmart or Ross trying to find your baby's size, you always playing catch up on her size. I was like that with my daughter, just buying shit ahead of time so she can fit into it. We done bought the Jordan shit. We was out there buying bullshit from my daughter when she was little. Little Jordan slippers and socks. You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that, doing unnecessary shit. Now I'm looking at life and I'm like, man, I should have been saving up from when she was born 7 years ago. I saved, goddamn it. But I'm thinking better now. You know, in 7 years she'll be 14. So I can't be still doing this shit. At least at 14, I want to let her know that, nigga, this is how much that you got in my preparation for you. I got to be the preparation father. I got to be the father that she go to for shit in this world. I cannot. I refuse. I use this platform with 0 motherfuckers in the chat. I use this platform to manifest and make sure that I live up to what the fuck I'm saying to my fucking self right here. And to you, if whoever watched this shit after I posted, I'm obviously not relevant enough to get nobody in this live, man. So, you know, I got some extra promo to do. I got this shit that I'm trying to do in life, y'all. I just want to, you know, hit milestones, man. I don't let shit get to me. But immaturity is for sure something that will make a nigga a deadbeat, because he don't even know how to take care of a child. He don't even know how to do nothing but take care of his motherfucking self. And then here comes a child. And he's not mature enough to tap into fatherhood, because he might not have had one, or even he might not have had a father figure around. So, you know, but yeah. So all this leads to this. Financial struggles, addiction, immaturity, all stems from white supremacy. And it can also stem from a bitter baby mama. But let's, you know, talk about white supremacy. White supremacy is the main reason why niggas in financial struggles. White supremacy is damn near the reason why niggas fall into addiction and immaturity. Because when you don't have the tools to begin with, or we need to just start from the top of when them niggas removed the black man out of the crib. That's white supremacy. Now the rest of that is up to us to figure out. The rest of that is up to us to fix up and rebuild of what's been debunked in our community is a black man leading the household. You know what I'm saying? Now that the government is their baby daddy, or now that the government is their funder or their provider, they don't need us. That's where the I don't need a nigga. We can keep on, you know how many niggas have said this? So, you know, I'm just gonna regurgitate it. That's where the I don't need a man mindset came from. Because they really didn't at a point in time. Well, nigga, we was with y'all because we didn't have no guy, we didn't have no pool. We had to depend on y'all to shelter us. Now that we don't have to depend on y'all to shelter us, and we barely got to pay rent like y'all do, you go out there and find your way, nigga, like you been doing without me. We gonna sit over here and we gonna get this welfare check, we gonna get these food stamps, we gonna pay this $50 on this rent. And that's an easy way out, and who wouldn't take that? Because there's some women out here that don't have kids that have to do what men do to survive. And that's why they look at this shit like, well, shit, I want to get on welfare too. Or you ain't got no kids. So you telling me I got to be a single mama just to get the benefits of what the government got that they can give everybody. You see what I'm saying? So there's a blatant message inside of white supremacy and bitter baby mamas. That's who they use. They ain't necessarily going to the community like, are you a bitter baby mama? Or are you a bitter baby mama? They got the option open. Pimps know what the fuck they doing. They throw the bait and motherfuckers come to it. The government is a motherfucking pimp. Hit the like button if you up in this motherfucker. I'm gonna cut these comments on for y'all ass. Now, nigga, white supremacy is the reason. White supremacy has taken our women from us because they're providing for them, for the ones that have the children. And I think the only women that understand where some men are coming from that actually have kids that's going through a lot of shit is, well, this bitch got it easy. The baby mamas have it fucking easy, even though when they sit in it, they never content. They always up doing that. I know a bitch on Section 8 that sell drugs, do hair, like the nigga said on next Friday, and babysit out the same house. And that's real shit. But that's when you know it ain't 50 now. Rent ain't $50. It's only $50 for some people and shit. Sometimes motherfuckers got to pay like 100 or 150 at least, or 300. But then they have a system set up that'll help you pay that for a single mama. Now you tell me what the fuck a nigga got out here. Let me go to the welfare office. I get $92 worth of food stamps, nigga. That's what I got before. A few years ago, nigga, when I was doing the food stamp hustle, I used to get $92 a month. Get the fuck out of here. But you see, it ain't, you know, they created a they created a scapegoat for certain women. They created that lane to create a division. Because now the man got to get out here, he got to get his own car by himself, he got to find his own job. That bitch ain't even got to have a job. She can just do her and pay that $50, that $100. And then she just be at the house with the kids all day. Or she can get that little system that helps them pay the rent on Section 8. You know, I can talk about this shit all day, but a man got to sit there and we got to go through the hardships. Get a job, get hired, wait on the first check. All that time a nigga ain't had no money unless he was selling drugs. That's why a nigga got to get the side hustle going. I don't shame nobody that sell weed, sell drugs in general. Nigga, do what the fuck you got to do, cause nigga, these times is hard. And Jason Black, nigga, shout out to TBA. That nigga said, eventually we gonna be needing to make $1 million to survive in America, nigga. So I'm getting my game right. I don't know what I just know I got the resilience to keep going. I'm not finna stop and be like, man, hey, this shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't think I'm fit for this shit. I'm finna just sit down. Fuck it. I ain't no give up type nigga. I'm gonna get the fuck up and I'm gonna get right back on what the times is on. We up right now. Okay, that's what the fuck we doing. I'm gonna always get my ass up and go to work and start and try again. Cause you can always try again and save some money. The thing is, my key thing, my favorite 2 words of 2022 of last year was save to invest. Save to invest. That's the shit. That's the best shit I learned last year. We ain't through with this year, and you know I'm just waiting to learn about what I'm gonna learn this year. But yeah, man, white supremacy is the leading cause of deadbeat dads, if you want to be real. But you know, it still falls on the man. It still falls on the man to get the fuck up after being attacked by white supremacy and making some things happen. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button if you in here. I see 2 motherfuckers, unless YouTube got some cops in this bitch. If you 2 cops watching up in this bitch, fuck you. No, I'm bullshit. There you go. All right. Just a little 2 sentence synopsis that I wrote. If that's what the fuck this is. I don't know. I don't think I got the word for it. But just some little words I wrote. Being a deadbeat father is a man's way of aborting the child. Right? Instead of aborting the child in a hospital, he aborts the mission of the legacy. That's some philosophical shit right there, huh? I need to put that down somewhere. Let me reread that. Being a deadbeat father is a man's way of aborting the child. Instead of aborting the child in the hospital, he aborts the mission of the legacy. Now, put a pin right there. Put a little dot right there real quick. Women get to escape responsibility. And this is another thing Jason Black, I learned from Jason Black. Shout out to that nigga. Nigga be throwing some game out there. Women escape responsibility by having abortions. And of course, I'm a nigga. 2 women done aborted my damn child. And before I get into that, I'm gonna tell y'all why. Before, you know, but 2 women done aborted my goddamn child. And I really didn't have no say so in it. I was like, shit, I can't tell you to have it and I can't tell you to not have it. So it's whatever you want to do. The first time I did, I was like, it's what you want to do. I'm here for it. Because I'm not even really thinking about it in that manner, how Jason Black said it. I'm kind of like, well, damn, you know, I'm looking at it in the sense of, well, damn, now the grind got to get serious. That's how I always look at it. But what's fucked up about a lot of black people, we need to stop getting in positions and then thinking later like, oh damn, I gotta get the business. That means you already knew you should have been getting the business. That's what, you know, we got to look at it like that too. So I'm not saying nothing about abortion. I'm not trying to bash women by saying this about abortion. This is just something that's real. Motherfuckers can duck responsibility by doing that, right? A woman can say, well, it's my body and I wasn't ready and you ain't financially stable and the situation wasn't right and I don't feel like I'm done being a hoe and shit like that. All kind of excuses on why a motherfucker wanted to abort the child, right? Okay, that's well enough. But that's why I say, instead of aborting the child in the hospital, and that ain't on. Why did I even say hospital? I need to change hospital. Aborting a child at a Planned Parenthood, you know what I'm saying? He aborts the mission of the legacy, and I feel like both are aborting the legacy. When you do something, when you do either or do that to the child, but it's time for a new band-aid. But yeah, when a man doesn't have a scapegoat. He doesn't have an abortion clinic where you can be like, what, bitch, can we reverse the nut out this bitch so they can put it back in me and I can kill the sperm cell that made it in there? Ain't none of that shit. You gotta put up, if you nutted and that motherfucker pop up in that egg and she say, T, I'm just putting myself in position. T, I'm pregnant. I gotta be like, oh shit, goddamn, when the due date, nigga? Cause I'm not a nigga I'm not about abortion. I'm not, but I'm also pro-choice because nigga, we don't know if there's no God up there judging this shit, and they say we are gods having a human experience. So if a God wants to abort a child, I don't think nothing wrong with that. Fuck, we gonna tell that? How we gonna tell a God what the fuck to do? Let's be real. Motherfuckers be talking that spiritual shit, but then when it come down to being judgmental, do you realize you judging the God? Even mass shooters. When niggas be out here mass shooting shit, that's a God, right? Because we all gods having a human experience. Some niggas just tap into the dark side of God. There ain't no damn Satan. God is Satan. That nigga the one that be out here killing shit. That's the yin and the yang. But that's another episode, nigga. Shit. But what I'm saying is they both abort childs. I mean, the man aborts the child by leaving it defenseless in this world. My father aborted his mission 3 fucking times. Met the nigga when I was, my mama said he left when I was 2. Like one of them days he just didn't come back, and then at 8 I see the nigga, and you know I'm ecstatic. When you 8 years old, you just like, hey, damn nigga, I ain't seen your ass. You ain't been really thinking about the shit until you was 7. So when you see the nigga at 8, you like, oh, what good, nigga? He leave. You know what I'm saying? I spent a good 10 days with that nigga. When I was like, when I was 8, disappeared. Came back when I was, he came back when I was 16. Dipped out. So that's 3 times, nigga. You didn't dipped out. What's going on? So if I don't know if I heard wrong, but I think my mama said something about this nigga got a metal plate in his head. So I'm thinking the nigga got shot in the head or something, or he got hit. Some kind of shit happened. This nigga got a metal plate in his head. So he could be mentally fucked up. I don't know. All I know, my mama told me this nigga was an alcoholic, so that explains a lot. You see how a father needs his father to be there so I can catch up on the shit that your ass doing and either do it, either partake in it or don't, or so I can understand where it's coming from. Now I'm just sitting here alcoholic, got addiction traits and shit. That's why my teeth fucked up, because I like sugar. Just all kind of stimulant is wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Overly stimulated is what I like. And maybe that come from my daddy. You feel me? But he aborted the legacy. Now I'm here, a part of him, part of his legacy. Motherfuckers see me, they see, nigga, me and that nigga look damn near just alike. You know what I'm saying? But that's a man aborting the child right there. So if we're gonna be pro-choice about women doing it, I'm not necessarily against men dipping out, especially if they know that they ain't mentally up to par. Because, you know, even women will say they would rather the absent father than the inconsistent one. So that's telling enough right there. But let's get into the next sentence I wrote. Some deadbeat fathers are misunderstood and mentally ill. And that just explains what I just said. My father might be misunderstood somewhere, and he just don't want to come around me because he think I'm not gonna understand, or he think, you know, I think I get my overthinking from that nigga. Because what other reason would you just up and leave 3 times? It got to be peer pressure. It got to be some kind of pressure. It got to be somebody told you that made you feel like you ain't worthy of a father, or called you a deadbeat or some shit, and it hurt your pride. I don't know. Shit, I'm just out here making guesses, so I won't be out here and treat my daughter in any old kind of way because my daddy did it. You know? But yeah, that's enough on that topic. And then my next sentence is, do men get a pass or get sympathy for being failures? Now, I got to roll up on this one. Oh, damn, I never finished my last blunt. I ain't gonna show it. Not blunt, but you know, my joint. But do men get a pass or get sympathy for being failures? I say no. We don't get no motherfucking pass. Name somebody you know they got a goddamn pass for being a failure in life, where the mama or the girlfriend was like, it's okay, we all fail sometimes. After the 100th time this nigga done failed. Tell me you giving sympathy to that nigga. Are y'all giving sympathy to niggas who can't provide for you? No. Get on Twitter. If you a black man watching me, I want you to get on Twitter, man. If you ain't got one, get on Twitter, bro. As much as people like to sit on the internet and say, man, it's just the internet, get out in the real world. These are real people. We ain't talking about the trolls on Twitter with the fake ass Nicki Minaj pictures and shit. Speaking of that shit, I'm gonna get into that after my topic. But yeah, the fake ass scissor pictures, and they ain't got no picture of they self and shit. I'm not even talking about them. Don't listen to shit that a motherfucker that won't show their face, or it ain't no credibility behind who they are. Don't listen to shit they saying, and that's on my life. But if you get on the internet, you see the mindset of the sisters. Get on the internet real quick. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, but definitely Twitter, and you will see that failure is not acceptable. You will see that failure is frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? And it should be. It makes men. This is where I respect women at. This is where my biggest respect or my biggest homage goes to women. Is how y'all dictate things. Women dictate what the fuck men want to do. If a woman say I like a nigga with a Jeep, guess what a nigga gonna go get? And I ain't saying every nigga is that shallow. Some niggas gonna if a nigga like a Grand Marquis, he gonna go get a Grand Marquis. We ain't giving a fuck about bitches like that, but I'm saying real solid niggas that want a woman, we gonna cater to what you like. And if it was a popular thing that women actually like riding in SUVs, let's not even say a Jeep. Women like going on dates in SUVs. A nigga wouldn't come pick you up in the Lambo. If it was a diehard thing that women don't really like riding on low ass cars and shit and riding fast cars and luxurious cars, we want to just go on, we want to drive in a regular ass whip. That would be the norm. But no, why do you think it's a topic about what kind of car you drive? And if your car is too raggedy, some women ain't getting in the car with your ass. That's because they dictate. And a nigga ain't gonna come even pick you up. But since we know that now, since we know that you ain't fucking with the hoopty, we ain't even gonna come pick you up. We ain't even gonna fuck with you. We gonna go find a woman that fuck with my hoopty. So there's a woman out there that respects a man. I mean, that still respects a man even within his failure. If y'all watching BMF, and I ain't even been, I've been watching this shit off Twitter, just off what niggas posting on Twitter, the memes and shit. So I'm just bringing this up because obviously the nigga Meech Daddy on the show is out here fucking with a side bitch or something. This is just off what I'm picking up on Twitter. But the nigga obviously got a woman and he fucking with the side bitch that make him happy. The woman he lived with obviously ain't making him happy. And of course, what the people saying, he probably a hoe ass nigga too, just a bummy ass, broke ass dude, or just living life ass backwards is what I see. But you know, yeah, there's always gonna be a woman for a man that's failing. I ain't gonna lie. And that's why I say black women really here for us, bro. And we don't need to listen to too many podcast topics and motherfuckers that have podcasts, because they living a life that you ain't living. And I need everybody to realize that, nigga, this is your life. This ain't TikTok's life. This ain't the girl off YouTube that you be watching life. This ain't niggas that you look up to life. This is your life. You can take their message. You can respect the message that they putting out there. You know what I'm saying? And you can implement that and try to implement certain shit that resonates with you. But one thing we got to keep realizing is that this is our life. And no one else is coming to save you. So, you know, if your woman if she don't respect you through failure, trust me, it's somebody that do. If you one of them niggas that give a fuck about a relationship like that. Now me, I'm a nigga that's out here, I'm just trying to find a way to get more bread, and I'm just trying to find a way to be a better person to fuck with I'm just trying to be a better person so I can be a better person for the next person that I fuck with. You know? So in no way, form or fashion am I looking for sympathy for my failures, because I'm gonna keep failing until my failure makes me a success, makes a success story. And that's what it's looking like, nigga. I ain't letting up. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man is about. A man is about going to warriorhood for what the fuck he loves. And I love my motherfucking child, so nigga, I'm putting my body through the strain, my mind through the strain, and my heart through the strain and the goddamn strife and the struggle. So my daughter ain't got to go through this shit, because she already gonna catch. If this is true, you know what I'm saying? The seed still gets karma from something that you might have done in the future. I mean, in the past. You know what I'm saying? Or even when you die, she might just be catching the karma of shit that didn't get you before you died. That's if you believe in karma, though. I'm the type of nigga that believe that that this shit all gonna hit. This shit hit, fucked up shit hit everybody. So how the fuck do we know it's karma? I did some fucked up shit. Might have been. That's just how the fucking cycle of this world go. People do fucked up shit, and fucked up shit happen to good people too. So is that their karma too? You know, that's obviously how you would have to look at it. Like, well, I mean, if something bad happened to you, then who's to say that it wasn't karma? Anyway, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna start making shirts again, man. My fashion shit, man. I always took a stance, and I was always the nigga that was pushing the envelope with my clothing line, man. It was real underground. I ain't even saying it like it was just known or nothing, but my ideas and shit, just, you know, it was something very creative for me. This is one of my shirts. It's faded right now. It was gold and shit, but it says non-religious. You know what I'm saying? Non-religious. And they got an alien face. If y'all don't know that, that's like one of them South Park aliens. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna come back with the clothing line, man. I don't have a name for it yet. Y'all tell me. Okay, I was thinking about Creative Wolf, because, you know, I want my shit to be like, I want my shit to have like a stamp. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to put a stamp on some shit. Put Creative Wolf on a hoodie, and motherfuckers, right? I want motherfuckers to feel a part of what I'm doing. You know? And of course my niche is loners. My niche is the introvert. That's my niche. But that ain't, you know, that ain't the only people I want rocking it. So I also want, you know, to have messages like this, non-religious. You might be a non-religious extrovert, nigga. So, but it's gonna come from Creative Wolf. It's gonna come from our Creative Loner or something like that. Or I don't know. I just gotta come up. I gotta come up with my own. I gotta get my shit cracking first. You know what I'm saying? LLCs and shit. But I'm gonna for sure come back with this shit, man. Because this is also something that I love doing at the time too, that I got addicted to. So, you know, I got a lot of addictions that I ain't able to reach. So shit, you know. But I got dreams and aspirations, man. I got dreams and aspirations. For damn sure, man. But yeah, man, I had to get the Steve Harvey lining on y'all last, boy. You see that now? Yeah, man. Hey, quick story, man. Then I'm gonna get into what the fuck happened to me on Twitter today. But back then, you know, if y'all ever looking at my edge up, or y'all looking at how big my forehead is and shit, nigga, about in 2021, this nigga pushed my motherfucking hairline back. My forehead already was big, so I'm not saying the nigga pushed it back and it made my forehead look big. But nigga, that nigga kind of crooked my shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And my barber, my female barber, or my woman barber that I always go to anyway, she bringing a nigga back. You know, so don't think I'm over here balding or nothing like that. But motherfuckers, I know niggas be looking at my shit like it's kind of loopy sometimes. Like, nigga, one day it looks straight, one day that motherfucker be looking like, no, nigga, I'm here. If you put your head down like this and your shit, my shit straight now, nigga. We getting back to it. The nigga pushed me back on mostly on this side. So I'm like, what the fuck? My hairline was already not janky, but my shit ain't, you know, my head shape is like at a slant. Everybody, if you really look at niggas' edge ups, everybody edge up is damn near uneven, because it's just like it's one side of our head that move like this, and it's one side of our head that's like different and like a different crook of the corner. So it's easy for motherfuckers that don't know how to cut hair, you know what I'm saying, to just take the clippers and just go at your edge up, and they push your shit back. The shit that you supposed to do, like goddamn, what the motherfucker say? The shit you supposed to do is brush it. You supposed to brush the shit, and then goddamn me, you supposed to fade the shit up. You supposed to goddamn brush the shit. Like my barber, she like spray it, then she get like she sprayed like some gel-ish type of shit that harden it up, or some spritz or something, and then she brush it, and then she line what the shit that she brushed down up. You know what I'm saying? She just and then she don't go directly at your edge up, and that's what a lot of dumbass niggas did to my motherfucking fade. And that's why a nigga really sitting here looking big foreheaded in the motherfucker sometime, but my forehead just big forehead just running my family, so shit. You know, but a nigga ain't losing this shit at all, just in case niggas thought. Now, let me get into what the fuck happened to me on Twitter. This motherfucker, okay, Nicki Minaj posted something. She was twerking on this table or some shit like that, bending over, looking about goofy than the motherfucker. And this just my opinion. And I'm only saying that because she still has this same aesthetic. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just judge her and make it seem like she a hoe ass nigga or something, but I'm saying, like, when you turn 40 as a woman, y'all still aiming to be sexy? Are you still aiming? I ain't saying you're supposed to be like a madam and this up in this business suit, but I'm saying there's a mature way to be sexy. This bitch all on the table with food. There's just no manners, first of all. And then you got a goddamn a husband, and this nigga's alleged molester. I ain't trying to incriminate nobody, but I'm saying, nigga, at what point do women that have husbands stop the sexy shit? That's all I was really trying to say. But then I really said mature your brand or stay stagnant, because we can all agree this bitch been trying to remake Super Bass, and she been trying to remake all her hit songs all over again. I don't hear nothing different. And the hits that she had versus the hits that she's still trying to make today. She's still talking about being a Barbie and all this and this, which is cool. That's what the fuck that's what your niche is. Your niche is your niche. And I'm not saying you can't be, I'm not saying that women can't do sexual shit at a certain age, but I'm saying, like, when the fuck does it become structural? When do you start aiming to be a real influence and not a degenerate influence for little kids? Not little kids, matter of fact, teenagers. And then motherfuckers always got something to say about motherfuckers shouldn't be looking up to celebrities. You shouldn't. But I'm saying we're not talking about the person that's looking up to the celebrity. We talking about the fucking celebrity that's still doing the shit. Or they just degenerates. I ain't saying we can do nothing about it. I'm just saying shit. I was just saying, bitch, you 40. And then motherfuckers want to post Beyonce talking about she 40 and she 41 on the table. It ain't about being on no fucking table. With me, it's the promiscuity of it all. And y'all married. Beyonce can get the smoke too. Y'all some rich motherfuckers. I'm a homeless nigga. I just got an opinion. That's it. It's like, well, what the fuck? When you find out at a woman's peak, your peak was the time to be doing this. And insanity is doing the same shit and expecting the same and expecting different results. And she's still trying to play this Chun-Li ass role, and this nigga Beyonce left Sasha Fierce off on that damn album. Am I fucking wrong? She left Lemonade on Lemonade. The bitch left Destiny's Child with Destiny's Child. She not the part of them motherfuckers no more. You ain't gonna see a reunion with them motherfuckers. She didn't grew. Shout out to Michelle and Kelly. They all three grew. But no, Nicki Minaj still want to be the bitch. I'm a Barbie. We tired of your Barbie ass. Bring a new ego. If anything, I wasn't even saying the bitch ain't fine. I still fuck Nicki Minaj. Who gives a fuck? But niggas didn't, boy, they done banned, they trying to get my ass banned on Twitter just for saying that. I ain't even responding really much to nobody. Everybody on that motherfucker just, then some gay niggas got on there and defended your boy, right? So motherfucker took my picture, my profile picture off Twitter and was like, Nikki haters always look homeless, you know what I'm saying? And which is crazy, unless the motherfucker watch one of my episodes, how the fuck? But I always voice that I'm homeless, so it didn't, I wasn't shocked that the motherfucker said that I wasn't hurt. I was just like, well, I guess I look homeless. And then two gay people commented. One nigga said clear skin per. I don't know what that is. I think they trying to say period or something. But they said I got clear skin. One nigga said clear skin. The other one was like, that man is attractive. Get a grip. That shit made me laugh. I fuck with the LGBT community for that one. I ain't had nothing to say. I just respect them. I just respect the fact that they stood up for me in a battle that I didn't have no bullets in. You know, all I did was voice my opinion, and the shit got about 18,000 views, whole bunch of likes, whole bunch of retweets, and about 16 quotes, probably, and counting. I'm probably getting roasted right now on the internet, nigga. I don't give a damn, cause I live for what the fuck I'm trying to do, nigga. And whoever down with my movement, I'm riding with them. I'm not here for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But my daughter and my movement and my purpose. Your opinion can kiss my ass. This has been Lone Wolf TV. I shall return probably Wednesday, man. I got a set schedule on these bitch ass jobs. I'm not no bitch ass nigga. I know what I need to do to get out of this predicament of 9 to 5 work, or to find a better 9 to 5 and then get out of that motherfucker too. But you know what I'm saying? I know I got a good 3 years, man. I'm gonna be 33 working. I'm probably gonna be 33 before I really just let this job shit go, because I'm gonna start using the money that I save up to invest at a certain point. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? All I can do until then, I can't job hop, I can't do this and that, because that's gonna stop paper flow. So I gave myself, I have 2 more years left with these establishments that I got 2 more years to live my life like this, or just 2 more years to figure out and wiggle and move on what I need to do as a father. You know what I'm saying? To make more money for myself without straining myself. And once I find a set stability on some shit, I save up enough money, I get out of this homeless situation, a nigga gonna start putting, I gotta go to where more of the money is, you know. And it seemed like this truck driving shit is just where it's at, just off of what the podcasts I listen to and just what niggas be talking about, you know. I feel like it's sustainable cash, and that it's some cash. It's where I can at least save $1,000 every time I get paid. So versus 20, and you know what I'm saying, versus $5 here and there, $25, $50 here and there. A nigga can actually put a band up and be Gucci. So I'm gonna have to go through the ringer, go through shit for all of that, and then nigga, whatever comes after that is what it is, man. But you know, enough of the talking. I got to get to it. So you know, this is Lone Wolf TV. Appreciate anybody that tuned in. I appreciate anybody that is about to tune in or that tuned in after my live. So y'all have a good one. Lone Wolf TV, holla at your boy.